Let's be honest. If you're renting, your landlord just put the rent up again. If you own, your mortgage bill jumped hundreds a month. And if you're dreaming of buying, the deposit feels completely out of reach. So today, let's talk about the housing time bomb in Britain. Why homes feel impossible to afford, how we got here, and whether there's any way out. What's really going on? House prices didn't crash like many hoped. They dipped a bit after 2023, but here in 2025, they're climbing again. The average home is still close to £300,000. Rents? Even worse. They're rising 6 to 7% a year. That means hundreds of pounds more just for the same flat. And if you compare house prices to wages, it's brutal. On average, homes now cost about 7 to 8 times what people earn in a year. A generation ago, it was 3 or 4 times. No wonder people feel locked out. 2. Why buying feels impossible. First, the deposit. If you want to buy your first home, you'll need around £60,000 up front for a deposit. For most people, that's impossible unless family helps. Second, the mortgage. Interest rates doubled compared to just a few years ago. That means if you borrow £200,000, you're paying maybe £200 to £250 more every single month than you would have in 2020. And here's the kicker. Repossessions and arrears are rising. More people are falling behind on payments. It's not 2008 all over again, but the stress is real. So even if house prices don't rise much, the entry ticket is too high, deposit too big, monthly payments too heavy. People stay renting. 3. Why renting feels like a trap. But renting isn't safe either. Rents are climbing every year faster than wages. The average tenant is paying hundreds more than 2 years ago. And security? The law is about to change. Landlords won't be able to kick tenants out with no-fault notices anymore. Good news in the long run. But right now, some landlords are selling up, shrinking the rental pool, less supply, higher prices. The human side? A record 131,000 households in temporary accommodation in England, including nearly 170,000 kids. That means families living in B&Bs or hostels because they literally have nowhere else to go. The real problem, we don't build enough. Here's the heart of it. Britain just doesn't build enough homes. Last year, England added about 220,000 new homes, but experts say we need closer to 370,000 a year. We are short by a huge margin. Why? Planning rules are slow and restrictive. Local councils drag decisions out. Not in my backyard campaigns block developments. And government promises often fall short. On top of that, social housing, council homes, has been sold off for decades under right to buy and not replaced. Over 2 million gone since the 1980s. So families who used to have cheap, secure council homes are now stuck renting privately at much higher prices. 5. Other pressures. It's not just supply. A few other things keep demand high. Interest rates, still much higher than before, so monthly costs stay heavy. Wages, they haven't grown fast enough. Even with recent rises, prices still outpace pay. Population growth, net migration spiked to nearly 1 million in 2023, then halved. But household numbers are still rising, so demand for homes hasn't gone away. So even if fewer people move here, we are still short of homes for the people already here. 6. Why landlords are leaving? Some landlords are selling up. Why? New tax rules make it less profitable. Higher interest rates make their mortgages expensive too. And with new rental laws coming, many don't want the hassle. Result? Fewer rental properties, which pushes rents up further for those left behind. 7. The fallout. The numbers aren't just statistics. It's families forced out of their burrows into hostels. It's parents with kids doing homework in a single B&B room. It's working people spending half their salary on rent. And it's young people giving up on ever buying. Even if they save, the goalposts keep moving. 8. Is there a way out? There is. But it's not a quick fix. Build more homes, especially where people actually want to live, near jobs, transport, schools. That means speeding up planning, opening some grey belt land, and backing new towns. Rebuild social housing. The only way to stop families ending up in hostels is to give them proper, affordable homes. In the long run, it saves money compared to endless housing benefit. Fix rent. End unfair evictions, but also support landlords who provide long-term, good-quality homes so they don't all sell up. Help first-time buyers smart. Not schemes that just push up prices, but real support like long-term fixed mortgages and fairer shared ownership. Keep inflation down. If inflation creeps back, mortgage rates rise and the cycle continues. Stability is key. So, here's the truth. Britain's housing crisis isn't just about expensive homes. It's about decades of underbuilding, shrinking social housing, and rising costs that wages can't match. If you're renting, you feel trapped. If you're buying, you feel shut out. If you're already a homeowner, you feel squeezed by mortgage rates. That's why housing feels like a time bomb. But it doesn't have to stay this way. Other generations built their way out. Britain can too, if it stops pretending little tweaks will fix it. So the question is, do we keep patching or do we finally rebuild? Thanks for listening. If you found this breakdown useful, hit subscribe. More sharp explainers are on the way.